Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to be mean and mad in math class. So this comes out of lesson 11-4, and we're going to talk about mean, absolute, deviation, which is also known as mad. Okay, so I'm going to break those three words down, and then we're going to talk about how to figure this all out. Pretty straightforward stuff. Let's talk about mean. Well, we know what that is. Average. So we're going to be figuring out an average. Here's the fun part. Not once, but twice. Woohoo! Going to be a party. Next, what does absolute mean? Well, if you think back, absolute, we talked about absolute value earlier in the year, and that just means how far a number is from zero. It doesn't talk about is it to the right, which is positive, or left, which is negative. It just says how far. Distances can only be measured in positive numbers. So that's all it is. It's a positive distance from a key value. Now, normally, when we talked about absolute distance, we were talking about how far it was from zero. But in this instance, we're going to be comparing a value to the mean. So I'm going to write that in red. That's going to be our key word. Our key number is going to be the mean. Okay. Deviation, well, we've been talking about that. Has to do with spread or difference. So it's because remember when we do a spread, a range, we are subtracting numbers. So deviation is a difference. How different are they? How much do they deviate from each other? Okay. So when we put them all together and talk about mad, now it's the average distance, the data, not a data, but oops, let me try that again. The data is from the mean of the data. Now, the word average means mean. The word mean means average. So average, average, mean, mean. You got it. It's going to happen twice. So here's the key thing when we're doing mad and we're looking for that distance. It's always positive. That's that absolute part. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the steps, and then we're going to go ahead and practice a couple times. So, steps to get mad. Steps to mad. Bink. So, step one. I might as well pick it. I keep picking the same colors because I like them. First, we're going to find the mean of the data. So what we're basically trying to do is to compare every number in the data to the mean of the data. And then on average, how far are they away? So 2 rounds of means, okay? So we're going to then, once we know what the mean of the data is, we're going to subtract each term in the data by the mean and take its absolute value. So we're only allowed positive answers. So I'm going to write that again. Positives only. Next, we're going to find the mean of the absolute differences. So all the positive differences. Remember, all we're going to do here, let's say A, add all of the differences from step 2 B, divide by how many numbers? Were added. Now I always find it is so much easier to understand a problem when we actually work through examples. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to give you, on the next screen, let's deal with this scenario where we are going to be asked to find the mean absolute deviation. Or, as I like to say, get the mad. Okay, so what we have is the speeds of the top 8 fastest birds in miles per hour. Oops, that did not spell right. Miles per hour. Get rid of a little bit of that tail. Now these numbers are a little shocking to me. 88 miles per hour. 76, 65, 70, 95, 106, 68, and 80. Oh my gosh. This is faster than we are supposed to drive on the freeway, almost all of them. That's easy. Okay, so step 1. Let's find the mean. So what we're going to do is take all of those numbers and we're going to add them up and we are going to divide them by 8 because that's how many numbers we have. So we've got 88 plus 76 plus 65 plus 70 plus 95 plus 106 plus 68 plus 80, and we're going to divide that whole thing by 8. Now, when we simplify down, the first two give me 164. The second two add up to give me 135. The next two add up to give me 201. And the last two add up to give me 148. And then I'm going to continue over here. And we're going to add those up. The first two give me 299. And then the last two add up to give me 349. and we end up getting 648 over 8, and then that gives me 81. Wow, we got a nice whole number, okay? Now we're going to figure out all the differences. So we're going to take 81 and subtract it from each one of those speeds that we had, and we're going to make an absolute value so that we can always have a positive answer. So the differences, we would start with 88, take away that 81, and that's going to give me 7. All right, this is going to take me too long if I keep changing my colors. I'm just going to keep it at being blue. So you're going to have to deal, my friends. So we get 76, take away 81. Now, when I get that answer, I'm actually going to get -5, but the absolute value would give me +5. And then we have 65, take away 81. So again, I'm going to end up getting an answer that's -16, but the absolute value would give me +16. And then I'm going to get 70, absolute value 70, take away 81. That's going to give me -11, but the absolute value is going to give me a +11. We've got, oops, let me start over here. 95, take away 81, and that's going to give me 14. And we're going to have 106, take away 81, the absolute value of that, and that's going to give me 25. And then we're going to have 68, take away 81, and that's going to give me a -13, but the absolute value is going to be +13. And then we're going to have 80, take away 81, which is -1, but the absolute value is +1. So there's all of our differences. Now we're going to get to the mad part, okay? Crazy mad. So what do? We're going to take all of those differences, and we're going to add them up and divide by how many numbers we added. So we have 7 plus 5 plus 16 plus 11 plus 14 plus 25 plus 13 plus 1, and we're going to divide by 8. Okay? And that's going to give me, let's see, as we break it down, we get 12 and 27 and 39 and 14. All over 8. I'm going to continue over here. And we're going to get 39 plus 53 over 8, which is going to give us a grand total of 92 over 8. So we're going to go ahead and do long division. And 8 goes into 9 once, with 1 left over. 8's going to go into 12 once, with 4 left over. Put in a 0. Bring it down. And we're going to get 8 goes into 40 5 times evenly. Okay? So what we can say, in conclusion, let's see, what's a good conclusion color? Purple. On average, each bird flies 11.5 miles per hour from the mean. And remember, original mean was 81. miles per hour. Okay? Now, I'm just going to say, I know this looks like a lot of math, so I'm not going to be heartbroken if you use a calculator. Okay? Now, you got to show me all the steps, ladies and gents. The calculator just helps you do the calculations. Got it? So don't let the calculator do everything. You show me all the steps just like you see here, but you could be doing the actual adding on the calculator and the division if you need to. Okay? All right. Okay, so couple pieces of information. Basically, the MAD is like a range, again, because it's a measure of variation. So I'm going to just write down a couple of pieces of information, and then I'm going to give you the nastiest problem ever. Sorry. The smaller MAD means the set of data is closer to the mean. Okay, which means the spread is not wide. It's a small spread, so the numbers are closely packed. So numbers are closely packed. Okay, and then the larger MAD mean absolute deviation means the set of data is farther away from the mean. In other words, the numbers are spread farther apart. Okay? Alright, so I got a super mean problem for you. I think I might do it in its own video, so I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to do the other one on its own, and we'll just call it Mad Part 2, like Mad Max, haha. Alright, see you in a bit.